here's Paul Ryan bragging to Rich Lowry that his strategy of supporting Donald Trump has been working like a charm because the Affordable Care Act repeal still in the House. He's having to make some changes on it to appeal to conservatives. It remains to be seen what's going to happen, but if they can't do it this way, they'll attack Medicaid another way. Here he is with Rich Lowry talking about for how long this guy has fantasized about and fetishized to increase the suffering of people living in poverty.
You have been very clear for years, and we've seen compelling PowerPoint presentations about how the entitlements...
That laugh that they both had about compelling PowerPoint presentations was apt. I have a feeling they're laughing for a different reason. We're laughing because we know that's a joke. They're laughing because they can't believe that people actually buy this. Good.
And we've seen compelling PowerPoint presentations about how the entitlements and entitlements growing out of control is driving the country into a ditch on the debt.
Yes.
And we have a president of the United States who basically seems pledged not to touch entitlements. Where does that leave us?
So it's the healthcare entitlements are the big drivers of our debt. There are three: Obamacare, Medicaid, and Medicare. 2 out of 3 are going through Congress right now. So Medicaid, sending it back to the states, capping its growth rate. We've been dreaming of this since I've been around, since you and I were drinking at a keg,
I was thinking about something else. He was thinking about reforming Medicaid.
I was. I've been thinking about it for a long time.
All right, let's just be clear when he's talking about. He's talking about his college career, which was made possible by death benefits from Social Security, which he received because his father died. So while he was there, knowing full well that he very well may not have been there but for one of those entitlements that he's been talking about, he is fantasizing about capping Medicaid. Maybe he wasn't so specific on how he was going to hurt people living in poverty, but understand what happens when you cap Medicaid. Like, why? What is the purpose that capping Medicaid does? Well, it means that if costs grow, in other words, if medical care grows in cost, we won't pay for it. If there's a financial crisis and more people enter poverty, we won't pay for them. Capping it is just another way of saying we're going to make sure that there's less money than needed to help children and people living in poverty to get health care. That's what that means. That's what capping means. Making sure that there's not enough money to meet the demand and the need. Because otherwise you wouldn't cap it. And that's why, that's the best case scenario. Because when you block grant it to the states, you're also giving the states the opportunity to say, like, well, actually, we've found that if we pour money into this area that we've had to cut because of cutting taxes, say a Republican governor from Texas, that we can spend even less on Medicaid. Because you know that part of this is also going to be a lot less restrictions. Hell, if you want to drug test your Medicaid people, go to town. I mean, it's just reprehensible, these guys. Just literally laughing it up.
And it's reprehensible.
And how they want to deny people who definitionally need healthcare insurance.
And it's reprehensible that people like Ezra Klein helped build a brand for this guy as some type of serious thinker. I mean, there was a lot of effort put into pretending that he was some type of legitimate policy analyst and public intellectual.
Hey, folks, Sam Cedar here. Donald Trump can kiss all of our asses. And one way he can is by you subscribing to this channel. I don't know how that works.